Hey, what's up? It is the second? No, the first. No, it's the second. Um, it's January 2nd. I just got back from America's Best contacts and eyeglasses. Um, I ordered contacts in Syracuse. I ordered a test pair to show up in Rochester, but they never showed up. So I never got to order actual contacts. So I just reordered the test pair at this America's Best. They're going to ship the test pair in, then we order the regular contacts and we get them sent to the door, which is great. Um, So that's another problem taken care of. I just finished my cover letter, and the cover letter I think is pretty damn great. Um, Other things I want to do today is apply to 3 jobs. I've been that's been on my to do list for like multiple days, and it's been difficult. But the one reason why that was difficult was because I didn't have the cover letter done. But now the cover letter's done, so it should be good. Um, I still need to. I have a pair of Adidas shoes that my sister gave me for Christmas that are a half size too big, and I need to find a way to exchange those. There's a store, I believe, but it's an hour away, where they have the size in the right color, but I need to drive that hour, and I need to coordinate with them, make sure that they can return it with a picture of the receipt, because my mom took the actual receipt home, and now she just has the picture, so that's something I need to do. And then I want to look for a group to meet up with for like trivia or something. I'm thinking I could do that one night a week or something. If we had like a trivia night or something, it'd be fun. Or like a board game thing would be awesome. And I'd love to go meet some people through that. Or like a networking event maybe would even be great right now, because I just need to meet more people. I need to meet some friends. And, or just meet people from that app. I just think that, having a job is really important to me right now. And if I don't have a job, then like, I think right now in my brain, it's like job is priority number one, right? Then friends and a relationship, then a living situation. Those are my top 3 right now. And there's this really cute girl that I'm having a conversation with right now. Hopefully that turns into something, but I don't know. Anyway, I had a really difficult conversation with my sister yesterday, where basically I don't want to get into it, but she's experiencing some problems in a relationship, and they are not doing well. And to the point where, people are considering other living arrangements and stuff like that. And it was cool because I think for the first time ever in my entire life, my sister like reached out to me for advice, and like, she directly brought me into a conversation between her and Connor, and it was hard to see. I think my sister did some stuff wrong, and I think that she's having a hard time kind of accepting that she did those things and kind of living with the results and living with the responsibility of making choices. And it's tough because I think I had that same struggle, when I was like, I've had that in my life, and I'm going to have that in my life again, where it's like you did something bad, and like now you have to live with it. Now you have to, and what she did wasn't horrible, but she just doesn't seem like she even understands the impact of it, and it's horrible. So I don't know. I told her I was gonna get coffee with her today, and so that we should go get coffee so that we can talk about stuff. And I don't want her to feel like I'm attacking her, but I want her to feel like I think that she has taken her entire sense of agency and her entire sense of self out of the equation completely, right? And you can't do that, because then it's like the only thing you can do at that point is freak out and feel the pain of other people's choices. And it's like, okay, how can you, like, what is the best thing you can do in this situation? Well, okay, understand that other people's choices you can't control. And you also don't live as the result of other people's choices, because that's a really big way to be unhappy, right? So it's like, okay, instead of focusing on the choices of other people, focus on your own choices, right? Why did you make the choices that you made that led to this negative situation? Number one, accept that you did that, right? figure out what led up to that. Figure out why it led up to that. And figure out how you can change that going forward. And be genuinely sorry. Right? Take responsibility. And it's so difficult. And that if you do those simple things, you stop blaming other people. And you stop hating yourself. Because it's like, I don't know, that's just... I read that book by Jocko Willink called Extreme Ownership, where he talks about, owning your shit and owning the problems, right? If a team is facing problems, it doesn't matter whose fault the problems are, right? If you even if you're not in the leadership role, you can still solve the problems. If you say, this is how I contributed to the problem, or this is what I didn't do that resulted in this problem. So if you take ownership of the problem, you can solve it. And Jamie needs to take ownership of the problem. Right now, I think she's not... I think she doesn't even see that she did anything wrong, and she's refusing to take ownership of it. And if you told her that, and I'm going to tell her that today... But she's going to say that that's wrong. And I see why she would say that, because it sounds wrong, like she's apologized multiple times. But it's like, beyond just apologizing, like, do you feel what you did was incorrect? Like, that's what an effective apology requires, is for you to actually feel what you did to the other person. And it just makes me sad, because I think the reason why these problems exist is because she's fundamentally unhappy, right? She doesn't like her job. She doesn't feel that sense of meaning in her work environment. And she, in order to feel any pleasure at all, she has to go out and drink and have these relationships with other people that are like really aggressive, and like where like she doesn't really have very many close friends that just like love her and want to have mutually beneficial relation. I don't know, maybe that's not true, maybe I'm reading into that. I think she has a lot of close friends. She probably has way more close friends than I do. I don't really have that many close friends, but I don't know, it makes me scared. She looks for ways to de-stress, right? And it's like, I don't think you should have to do that in your life. Like, you should find a way to exist where, like, existing every day doesn't cause you a huge and ungodly amount of stress, Like yeah, everybody's going to be stressed once in a while, but, like, every day, we're to the point where you have to do insane, crazy things to not feel stress, that's horrible. That's a downward spiral, right? And I think it's only made worse by all this stuff and all the money and all the stuff. Like, the money is causing problems and making decisions way harder. And that's horrible. So, I don't know. But, once the decisions are made and once those like big macro choices are made, everything else will fall into place. And that's what, that's the only way to live. So, yeah. Anyway, but I know I'm younger than her, and I know that she perceives me as stupid and not, like, and you know what? I have less life experience than she does. Like, she is older than me. Honestly, she has developed more relationships with other people because I think she's more attractive than I am, and I think that she is more used to social settings than I am, and used to going out. And I've done a fair amount of that in my recent life, but not to the extent that she has for the duration of her life. She has always been inside of like these popular social circles, but I don't know. I just think that it's really sad to see someone not take responsibility for like the things that they did wrong. And like, I think that that's something that she can do that's going to drastically improve her situation, and that's all I'm going to say to her. And I'm not going to try to beat her up or blame her for any of the shit, but at some point you have to take responsibility for what you did. So, whew.